And we're live. It's Atomic Westeros, and welcome back. We are at Season 6, Episode 5, The Door. I'm Kevin Archibald. I'm never sure whether or not I should hold the door. And she can hold her own damn door, thank you very much. She's Rochelle Montanona.
Hey.
So, before we get going, we're going to, of course, we're going to set our trusty stopwatch. So, and if you're watching this, by the way, we have the stopwatch right on the screen. It's pretty cool. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, starting the stopwatch. 9:59, 9:58. Okay, Ro, here we go. Sansa got her groove back. She meets Peter Baelish and Brienne, and she's not the little girl who needs protecting anymore. What do you think, Ro?
You know, at first I thought it was, brave like a Stark, but horrible at playing the game. However, watching like Behind the Thrones after you watch on HBO Go, the creators basically state that she actually kind of is playing the game by not telling Jon how she found out the information about Blackfish, her uncle, and the Tullys took over River Run again.
She's playing the game against her brother? What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? But by it seems that maybe possibly Littlefinger may still have a hold on her, but she obviously knows that Littlefinger knew what was going to happen to her by giving her away to Ramsey.
Well, what did she say? She said, "If you didn't know, you're an idiot. If you knew, you're my enemy." And I liked how she has him squirming, and and he's like, "Did he beat you? Did he cut you?" And you wonder like how long, he knows what happened, but she's just gonna wait there. He's gonna go, did he wear white socks with black shoes? Did he play World of Warcraft too much? Did he make you see G.I. Joe Retaliation? What did he do, Sansa? What did he do? But I don't know. I like Littlefinger, but it was interesting to see him on the back foot for once, unless he was pretending to be on the back foot. I don't know.
Well, I think he just knows how to play the game really well, but the fact that Sansa let him live, either she's playing the game or he still kind of has that hold, and she's just kind like a Stark, because that's what they tend to do.
We'll see what's happening there. Okay, and then we went over the water to Arya Stark and Jaqen H'ghar. She gets hit by a stick by that girl we're supposed to hate. This shows. I don't know. They make these people we're supposed to hate, like Joffrey and Ramsey and Allie, and sometimes it's incredibly obvious that you're supposed to hate them. Do you hate the girl who hits her with the stick?
No, because she's annoying, obviously. Just like leave Arya alone. But at the same time, Arya's learning, and then Jaqen H'ghar basically gives her her new task to go kill this actress.
Yes.
And I thought it was interesting with that because it just seemed like the play was very prejudiced towards the Lannisters, like pro Lannister, but this is in Bravos. Why would they care? But
it's the news. It's like in the old times, the way that the news often was done, and plays and things like that were on the rich and famous. It's way over in Bravos, so they don't have to worry about persecution.
And we have our first penis sighting.
That was a significant one. I mean, it was held right in the camera for some time there.
I was like, all right. I'm like, there's a penis, but whatever. But I think it was interesting when Arya went back to the house of Black and White, where she was talking to Jaqen H'ghar about like her task, and she was like, I think she kind of figured out who was the one that hired them to do that, or basically
if so, I think she's going to have that. I mean, you have the two sort of angles here. You either have wanted dilemma, where it's like, if you do not assassinate this person, something bad will happen. That actress will be the next Adolf Hitler. Or maybe she has to like Nuremberg this thing, like the Nuremberg defense of I was just following orders. Maybe she has to. I don't know. It's a tough spot. How do you make that call? I don't know. Do you have any inkling?
I think I don't know. It gave me a thing that possibly that the House of Black and White may not be as what's the word? I can't think of the word.
They're just magic hitmen at the end of the day.
They might be corrupt, possibly corrupt. But I like how Jaqen H'ghar gave the argument that death doesn't just go after bad people; it also goes after decent people as well, which makes sense. So
sure,
I don't know.
I don't think though the actress would have been able to afford those hitmen. There, that is.
That's very true.
Okay, we've got 6 minutes left. Pike, we see the King's Moot, and Euron wins over Theon and Yara. So right away, worst names in the Seven Kingdoms, by the way. Yara is Asha in the books. Or no, she's not Asha. She's Asha in the books. Asha was the other girl.
With Asha.
Right.
Yeah.
So we finally got a drowning baptism, which is something I've been looking forward to.
Wait, hold on. First off, men are stupid. They shouldn't be voting because obviously they're so easily convinced.
You want to take the vote away from men?
Yes, take the vote away from men because they obviously don't know any better. I mean, however, Euron was very convincing.
He was. It was like, you murdered my father. Yes, and you're welcome.
Yes, the baptism was pretty interesting. It made me wonder, like, how many previous Greyjoys didn't actually survive that.
In the books, they don't just like drown them and then drag them on the beach and wait. They start resuscitating them. They get the water out. They start doing like they breathe into their mouth and everything, like a proper resuscitation. So that's kind of what I was expecting. So I was a little disappointed to see them just like lie there and then whatever come back to life. But
I thought that was interesting. I thought it was more effective that way to show that these people are so faithful to their religion of the drowned god that they had to believe that. I also thought it was interesting, also kind of stupid, that how did Yara was able to pretty much take the majority of the fleet of Pike, and only like 20 dudes was with Euron.
And it took her 2 minutes to get an entire fleet halfway out to Westeros. How is that a thing?
Pretty much, but no, the fact, I mean, that shouldn't she have won the majority then if she's able to control this entire fleet versus a stupid uncle? Yeah. That didn't make any sense to me, but no. It is what it is. Obviously, he's going to build more ships, and we might see some sea battles, so that'll be kind of fun.
Ooh, those are high budgets, so don't count your chickens.
Yeah.
All right, over Tyrion Lannister and Varys mix it up with Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz, who is
that her?
That's Rachel Weisz, yeah, and she's playing a hotter red priestess.
I was like, you look so familiar.
Yeah.
You look so familiar.
Yeah.
I for some reason, but yeah, I thought, obviously, Tyrion was like, we need actually a woman to help, control the people, to like just obey us. And I really like that, that thing between her and Lord Varys, where she basically, like, Lord Varys was like, I completely doubt you. Like, we had another one who was called the Chosen One, or like called the one to who's worthy, or what did they call him? The one who was promised.
Yeah.
They referred to that as that guy from
Stannis.
The Stannis Baratheon.
Yep.
And then now Melisandre also calls Jon Snow the one who was promised. But now across the sea we have someone else saying that Dany is the one who's promised. So who's promised?
I don't know. Everybody's promised.
But the fact that Rachel Weisz knew what exactly happened to Lord Varys, and basically she insinuated that the voice he heard from the flames was more than likely the Lord of the Light.
Right.
Okay, we
got like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay. We got a couple more things we got to do. So over to Daenerys. Do you care about that? Daenerys tells Jorah to go heal himself.
Let's go.
That's interesting, because Daenerys should be the most interesting thing of this episode, because she has a bloomin' call behind her. But there that is.
We'll see it next episode. Let's keep going.
All right. Leaf, the children of the Forest. They have grenades, and they made the White Walkers. They made the White Walkers. What's that about?
That's actually I guess that's part of the thing. So they to defeat men back in the day, because I was actually reading this thing on the Nerdist called "The History of the Thrones, the Children in the Forest, and the White Walkers." Good, interesting read. I recommend all listeners go check it out. How they came to be. And it's basically just them trying to fight the men that came from the other side across the sea.
Right. So Brandon Stark has visions of the Night King, which is an epically dumb name, and he gets touched by him, and then and then they know where he is because he was touched by him. I don't know if it was like being touched by an uncle or something like that. And then he has a weird random vision in Winterfell of just a regular day. It didn't seem to be anything happening in Winterfell, and he manages to mess up Hodor, which was heart shredding. Was that not heart shredding?
It was, but at the same time, it wasn't a random. It was the same original flashback that we saw when they originally went back to see when Bran went to go see his father. And
is this the exact same one?
Yeah, it's cyclical. It tells you it's basically the Three-Eyed Raven knew that Bran was going to be stupid and tried to go see the White Walkers without him, and as a result, that's what created Hodor.
You think that the Three-Eyed dude knew what was going to go down?
Yes. He knew what was going to go down, which is basically
that was not cool. All those tree people got massacred. Well, it pretty much made them extinct, because to protect Bran, he better be worth it.
Raven, they can see in the future and in the past and what's coming, what is to be, and that's what they do. So Yeah, and I was actually watching the After the Thrones, and the producers basically stated that that's what George R. R. Martin told them, that that's how Hodor came to be. So this is going to be in the book. So that's
book. Hodor.
yeah. Second time I watched it, I was just bawling. First time I was like, that's kind of sad.
No, that was like Shred. Like as soon as he goes to the floor and goes, "Hold the door," you're like, "Oh no!"
Oh, I knew it was there.
Oh no!
But no, my yeah, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, it's just upsetting that basically Hodor was just like
3
that.
seconds.
He was meant to be.
2 seconds.
So,
1
yeah.
second.
Also, they killed Summer. Fuck that.
When did they kill Summer?
Summer the wolf.
Yeah. Oh
Ran?
yeah. They killed Summer. Yeah.
So now we only have 2 wolves alive: Nymeria and Ghost. I'm really.
And where the heck is Nymeria? It's out there somewhere.
She's out there
somewhere out there. Okay, well, so we didn't see Nymeria. Haven't seen Nymeria in a while. So we didn't see this episode. We didn't see the Dreadfort and those guys. We did not see anything at King's Landing at all.
Which is fine, because we're going to see it next episode.
Good. I hope so. King's Landing is...
Oh, that's right. You don't watch the previews for the next episode that airs after the...
Nope.
Yeah.
I keep my purity ring. I keep my purity ring.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, no, I like King's Landing the best of all the everythings ever. And when you are reading the books, there is an entire book that doesn't have any King's Landing at all, and it makes you sad. So I was happy to see it again. So hey, I have a new section here. It's called Listener Mail. Can you ring the bell for Listener Mail? Ding. Okay, that's the new sound for Listener Mail. Okay, here we go. Bulant Bingal writes, "Dear Atomic Westeros, I love your show. Your game is so tight as you do the water cooler roundup of each episode. One suggestion I have, though, is maybe you could try doing the show in 7 or 8 minutes. What do you think? Sincerely, Bulant Bingal." Well, Mr. Bingal, thank you for your mail. We love getting mail, and we certainly will take that under advisement. Wouldn't you say, Ro? We don't want to rush the show too much, so 7-8 minutes might be a little bit tight. So I think.
However, that's a challenge that we might have to partake.
We might have to partake. See if we can do it in 7 or 8. Okay. Well, Mr. Bulant, we want to take your advisement under, and we'll see how. If you have an idea, or if you have listener mail, by all means, hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/ATW9K. We make this show so that we can just chat like we're chatting around the water cooler about one of our favorite shows, which is Game of Thrones.
Which is like during a break time, and a break is normally
and we want you to come chat with us around the water cooler as well. So hit us up, and we'll chat with you, because that'd be cool. So facebook.com/ATW9K. So that's it for our 10-minute Westeros for this week, and big love, and see you next time. Bye.
Later.